Guys, the NBA is back. And if you're excited about that, just smash that thumbs up button right now. For this video, we're going to be talking about one of the most anticipated games we as NBA fans are waiting for. Today is the 11th of December, which means the NBA preseason is beginning. And if there's one game we as NBA fans are looking forward to, it's the Clash of LA, the Battle of LA, the Clippers versus the Lakers. And oh boy guys, in this video, we're gonna be previewing this game and predicting the outcome. So if you're a big LA fan, you're gonna love this video. But quickly, before I get on with the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, welcome to ezBUCKETz. My name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, and click this button right here, the post notification bell, to not miss any of my upcoming videos. Just one last thing guys, I'm doing a big PlayStation 5 giveaway on my Instagram account, so if that's something you're potentially interested in, go check out ez.buckets, that is my Instagram name, all the information will be there. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about everything we know about this Lakers vs Clippers matchup. The Lakers versus the Clippers. Oh boy, it's always a nail-biter. If there was one thing that I wish I would have been able to see during last year's NBA playoffs, was these two teams go at it in an NBA Western Conference series. Because one thing's for sure, every single time these two teams play, something crazy happens. The Lakers will be playing the Clippers at 10:30 Eastern time, and everybody, I'm telling you guys this, you must be ready for that game. Because after watching this game, we as NBA fans will get to know what the new Lakers roster can do, and on the Clippers side, can see how well they've managed and improved after losing Doc Rivers. Of course, preseason games don't really count when it comes to the standings, but I'm pretty sure NBA teams still take it seriously. But to go straight to the point, I got some bad news for you Laker fans. For this first preseason game, the Lakers have already officially ruled out LeBron James and Anthony Davis, so we're not going to be able to see the dynamic duo of LeBron and AD play in the first game of the NBA preseason. Well, of course, it makes a lot of sense. The Lakers just won the NBA championship. They didn't get that much time to rest, so it makes a lot of sense. And for me as an NBA fan, I would love to see them play, but I truly understand why they're not, so I'm not really upset when it comes to that. But I want to put this fact out as fast as possible, because even though we're not going to see two of our LA Lakers stars, there are still so much things we're going to be looking forward to when it comes to the Lakers rotation and what they plan on doing during this first game. And for this video, we're going to talk all about that. When talking about the Lakers offseason, even though it was short, they've made and done some amazing moves. They were able to trade Danny Green for Dennis Schroeder, sign Marc Gasol, sign Montrezl Harrell, and sign a bunch of role players such as Wesley Matthews, Alfonso McKinney, and just players to simply replace the players they've lost, such as Rajon Rondo, JaVale McGee, and Dwight Howard. And with the Lakers having a lot of new players, simply, it's just exciting to see what these new players can do and why the Lakers value them and feel they're going to be a great part of their back-to-back NBA championship run. When talking about a player that I believe will be very important in this preseason game, we're going to see a lot of Dennis Schroeder be the main ball handler, being the facilitator, being the playmaker, being a shot creator. We're going to see a lot of Dennis Schroeder here. After losing Rajon Rondo, who is a big playmaker and ball handler, and of course without LeBron James playing this game, Dennis Schroeder is going to have the ball in his hands the whole time, and he's going to show the world what his true value is. Last year, Dennis was a runner-up for 6th Man of the Year, but he wasn't really in the highlight, and that's why I believe now is his time to shine and show the world who he truly is. One thing's for sure, Schroeder will be entrusted with running the offense against the Clippers, and it's just going to be very interesting to see how he copes with this responsibility. Another player I would love to see play is Montrezl Harrell going up against his former team. We all know last year he was the 6th man of the year, was with the Clippers, a 6th man off their bench, was a big focal point on the energy aspect, off the bench presence, a big part of their, emotional factor, and now playing against them, I want to see how they interact. I want to see how Montrezl Harrell, talks to Patrick Beverley, talks to Kawhi, talks to Paul George. I want to see all of that. One thing's for sure, without Anthony Davis, Montrezl Harrell is going to be the second scoring option for the Lakers, and we're going to see a lot of pick and rolls with him and Dennis Schroeder. I see Montrezl Harrell putting up 20 points and 10 rebounds, having some great highlights for us NBA fans to see. Another player that I believe we'll be seeing a lot of today is Kyle Kuzma, guys, and he's definitely going to be the starting small forward in replacement of LeBron James. When talking about Kyle Kuzma, there's just so much conversation about him, whether the Lakers will trade him, what will his role be after this offseason. The Lakers got so many more assets, but the biggest thing about Kyle Kuzma is that LeBron James is saying that this year, he's gonna break out, and he's gonna take the biggest leap out of anybody in the NBA. I see Kyle Kuzma putting up plus 20 points in today's preseason game, and I'm just super excited to see how his offseason regimen improved him as a player. I want to see some great on-ball defense by Kyle Kuzma, some great perimeter defending guarding Paul George or Kawhi Leonard. I want to see Kyle Kuzma's effort everywhere in today's preseason game. And if Kyle Kuzma can show us something today, let's just say everything's on the right track. When talking about the Lakers starting lineup, I'm going to predict that it'll be Dennis Schroeder point guard, KCP shooting guard, Kyle Kuzma small forward, Montrezl Harrell power forward, and Marc Gasol at the center position. This is my prediction on their starting lineup for today's preseason game for the Lakers. Now let's move forward to the Los Angeles Clippers and talk about what we NBA fans are expecting and what I want to see. When talking about Paul George just signed a 5-year max contract extension. It was a lot of money, and I 100% believe that this season, Paul George is going to slowly go back to his MVP season with OKC. When talking about Paul George, he was absolutely terrible in the playoffs last year, and I believe with all the hate, all the negative comments, Paul George in this summer worked his butt off to try to prove everybody wrong in this upcoming season. I expect Paul George to come out hot as soon as possible and possibly score plus 30 points in today's game. Of course, when talking about the key player in today's game, everybody is going to have their eyes on Kawhi Leonard. He's easily the best player on the court, and I expect plus 30 points from him as well. Without having LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the floor, Kawhi Leonard won't really have that much difficulty getting his mid-range jumpers off, getting his baskets at the rim. I see Kawhi Leonard just being an absolute monster in today's game, but possibly getting rested in the fourth quarter. After a very heartbreaking exit in the playoffs last year to the Denver Nuggets, I believe the Clippers are on a mission this season to try to prove everybody that they should have been in the NBA Finals last year and showing why they're still here to contend. Another key player the Clippers got this offseason was Serge Ibaka to replace Montrezl Harrell, and I want to see if he's going to start or come off the bench. We all know with the Raptors, he was the 6th man behind Marc Gasol, so I want to see how the Clippers use him. One more thing that I want to truly see is how their new head coach of Tyronn Lue, adjusts their rotation, adjusts their playbook. I want to see if there's any changes in the Doc Rivers system. We're going to see in today's preseason game, because preseason games are all about testing out. If I were to predict the Clippers starting lineup, it would be, let's say, Patrick Beverley point guard, Paul George shooting guard, Kawhi small forward, possibly Marcus Morris power forward, and Serge Ibaka at center. I believe this will be their go-to starting lineup for this season. So to conclude my video for today on what to expect in today's preseason game between the Lakers and the Clippers, I gotta end it off with a prediction on who will ultimately win. I am going to predict that the Clippers will actually win today's preseason game only because LeBron James and Anthony Davis will not be active and Kawhi and Paul George will be. One thing's for sure, I expect a tough game, a very close game that will be down to the wire, but the Clippers ultimately edging it out. So yes guys, this wraps up my video for today on the Clippers versus the Lakers preseason game prediction. What's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. What are you guys expecting? What do you guys want to see? Put your thoughts in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy buckets. Woo!
How will I be remembered? I got it.